Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Socratic Cinema podcast. My name is James Delicio.
I'm Haleigh Phillips.
I'm Kasey Clark.
I'm Charlie Heatherly.
And today we are delivering you a little mini bonus episode. I'm thinking we might release this one a week after the next one instead of 2 weeks to keep delivering hot bonus content.
See, I don't actually know what you're referring to there. A week after, so tomorrow.
No. So tomorrow, as of
Our
the date of...
Our viewers aren't going to get this.
As of the date of recording tomorrow...
No, they want to hear this.
As of...
They're
as
not going
of,
to hear it until it's released.
We're recording today on January 17th. We have an episode coming out tomorrow. I'm saying a week after that, we drop this one between two movie discussions, like as a special nugget of content.
That's smart.
Yes, and because the Oscar... Today, by the way, a money shot. Today, by the way, what we're doing is we're going to be looking at some of the hot new 2020 Oscar nominations that just have been officially released, and we're going to give our picks for what we think will win, what we want to win, because those are very different in my case, and just give some hot Oscar talk. It's the Golden Globes were a thing. Yeah, Ricky Gervais was a thing. 1917 won everything.
Wow,
it's
yeah.
pretty good.
I think it deserved it.
Really?
At the Golden Globes.
Really?
Yeah, I might have some different opinions today, but I definitely don't think 1917 is a bad idea to win a lot of these categories.
Yeah, I feel Best Director. Don't know about Best Picture. I have my own personal want for Best. Yeah, we all know it. We all know it.
Let's start. What do we got
Let's
first?
dive in. What's our first category,
Best
James?
Pictures,
Kasey, our hostess. Kasey, take it away.
Our first category is Best Picture, where we have Ford vs. Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite.
That's a whole
It's a
lot.
lot of movies. This is at 9?
Yes.
All right. Who's going to go first? Haleigh.
Oh, gosh.
I feel like you should go first.
Best Picture. Gosh, okay, wait. I have to think about this.
I'm live mixing. I'm learning how to be a sound engineer through this.
Okay, does anyone have a set opinion yet? Because I still have to
I have a set opinion.
go, James. It's tough.
It's no secret that my favorite movie of the year was Jojo Rabbit. And for me, that is the pick for Best Picture. I think it blends tones and cinematography and sound design and production design and everything and acting in a very charming yet poignant little film called Jojo Rabbit that I love so with all my heart and soul. And that, for me, is the pick for Best Picture 2020.
Wow.
Jojo Rabbit.
That was poetic.
Does anyone else has their next pick?
I have my next pick. I've defended 1917 several times, but I do not think that I would give it Best Picture out of this list. I would instead give Best Picture to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, directed by Sir Quentin Tarantino.
Yes, he was knighted.
Of the Tarantino clan. Yes, he was knighted by the Queen herself. I just feel like I often have a problem with very long movies, and this is around a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
But for me, I was engrossed for that full 3 hours. I thought that they perfectly captured the period that they were trying to get. I really felt like I was in the world with them. The acting was incredible, and that you just can't deny that.
Right.
But both Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio also are not bad picks for their respective categories. And I feel like emotionally, it was one of the most satisfying payoffs that I've seen in a film in a very long time, where you get that very gratuitous action scene at the very end.
Crazy.
That felt so good to watch.
Oh my gosh, that was the episode that Kasey wasn't here for.
I remember that.
That was when we had a guest
Rest in
star.
peace.
Our one and only guest appearance.
That's right.
Yes, that was our only time.
Go check it out.
Go check it out. Go check out our episode with 1917 to see...
We don't have an episode on 1917.
Sorry, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I sincerely think that I'm talking about one movie. Yeah, I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's a fair pick. Is The Irishman nominated?
It
Yes.
is.
Okay, here's my big Oscar prediction.
Oh, boo.
Irishman,
We have a boo.
Irishman's gonna get nominated. It's nominated for everything. It's gonna win nothing. I think Irishman will win no awards,
I agree.
and that's just how Scorsese
Not
worked.
even the CGI?
I don't think even
It's
the CGI.
been very praised.
It
Everyone's like,
has.
oh, it's going to win.
It has. It's been praised for everything, and I don't think it's gonna win anything.
I think at least CGI. I think it.
I know it's sad. It's sad.
We have some really good CGI movies, though, but we'll talk about that.
when we
about
get to
that.
visual effects. Kasey, your
So-
pick for Best Picture.
Mine is tied between probably Little Women and A Marriage Story.
Interesting.
Which is, you know, the little uncanny underdogs. That's all me. I really loved Little Women, and it's just like such a pretty movie, and compared to all the other movies on this list, like it really makes, I mean, that I've seen, since I haven't seen like 2-3 movies on this list, but this is fine. I'm not doing my job.
Yeah, I haven't seen Parasite, or I never saw Ford versus Ferrari either.
Which is a great movie. Also, a quick little note that I did not know. Joker, I think, was produced by Bradley Cooper.
What?
along
Oh,
with-
I'm
Hello?
seeing that.
with a couple other people. It says that it was produced by Todd Phillips, Bradley Cooper, and Emma Tillinger-Koskoff. If that is the Bradley Cooper that I know and love, I am shocked.
Is it? I think that there would have been more news about
Could be, I don't know. Feel free to correct us in the comments.
Jamie.
I have no idea.
But Ford v Ferrari was a very good movie. I think it's a very... It's one of the movies I'll come back to and watch the most.
I didn't expect it to get these nominations at all.
It deserves them. It's good, but I don't think it was so outstanding that it outpaces Jojo Rabbit or Marriage Story.
Right.
Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's good. It's not a masterpiece.
Oh yeah, of course. So Kasey, you were saying it's between Little Women and Marriage Story.
Yes, just because they made me like truly feel things, you know?
Ooh, yeah, it
They're
woke your
very-
cold,
yeah.
your cold dead heart.
Yeah.
Haleigh, for you, your pick.
I gotta say, I think I'm gonna go with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Let's go.
I was
There we go.
tied with a lot of them because all these movies kind of stood out to me as being fresh and new. This year we had a lot of good movies,
We
which
did.
I'm very excited about. But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood really hit a note that
Holy stomach grumbles. I'm really hungry. Sorry.
I was like, what happened? Oh, it really hit a note that I was really inspired by. It was such a great movie overall. Like, I never saw anything in it coming. And even though Marriage Story had kind of the same elements of symbolism and the script and everything really captivated me. I went to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood twice, and I remember the second time just still being awed by it in new ways, and it captivating me. And Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, they really shone through. All the actors were amazing. It's just a marvelous film. I think it should win.
Absolutely. Well, if no one has any other final comments, I think we're good to move on to the next category.
All right.
That'd
Who do
be-
we think is actually going to win though?
Oh,
Just based
actually
on...
gonna win? Probably probably I'd say it's most likely gonna be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or 1917.
You know what? I'm going to pull a dark horse. I think Joker might win it.
Oh, that it very much might win.
Now, I do not want Joker to win it.
Me
Yes.
either, and
I
I really
know.
like that movie.
See, I'm not the biggest fan of that movie, but I think Joker might win it. It had the most nominations in the out of any movie in the Oscars, 11. Not history in this Oscars, but I
Right.
think that Joker might be a radically different film that the Academy sees, or whoever these people are. Are they the Academy?
Yeah, this is the Academy.
Okay, this is the Academy. Cool. I think they might see it and be like, you know what? Everyone was loving this movie. There's got to be a reason behind it. We need to get more viewers. Joker. That's what's going to pull in the views. Is if that becomes Best Picture. I'm going conspiracy theory route with this.
Going all Joker?
Would we be happy if Joker won?
I would
wouldn't.
no. I would no. I would not be
not.
happy.
I wouldn't be mad.
I would be mad.
I would. Be
I would also be mad. There's more better movies.
I'd be like, whatever. I really like Joker. I wouldn't. I mean, it wasn't my pick, but I really liked it. Let's move on to the next
All right.
category.
Next category is actor in a leading role. We have Antonio Banderas in Pain and Glory, Leonardo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Adam Driver in Marriage Story, Joaquin Phoenix for Joker, and Jonathan Pryce for The Two Popes.
I'm just very surprised Jonathan Pryce got a nom. I watched The Two Popes.
It was so boring.
I didn't. Sorry, I watched like the first 30 minutes of The Two Popes.
Oh.
And
I
as
did
like,
too. I did too.
so as a Catholic, whether that makes me the target audience or not, I was just like, and I stopped watching because I was like, it just did not captivate me.
I tried watching it, and it's just old men talking. That's the movie. It's old men
Well,
talking.
that's a
I'm
lot
not-
of that's a lot of the real life Vatican.
I'm not saying that I need the popes to pull out an AK-47 and go on like an action rampage. I'm not that kind of movie viewer.
Yeah.
It's just
And-
it's really slow.
And let me tell you that this is even way more dramatized than what actually happened. Like
Really?
this is the dramatic, exaggerated version as well. So like, yeah, it's hard. It's hard to make a movie out of something like that.
Now,
so
so
best actor.
Yes.
okay. Well, first, while we're on the topic of the two popes, do you think that he's even close to best actor material? I thought he did well.
I would not. He would not be my pick.
Not my pick either. Okay, I just wanted to make sure we tied that in. Yeah.
Who's going first?
I can.
Haleigh,
Okay.
take it.
I feel passionate about this one. My two guys for this would be Leonardo DiCaprio and Adam Driver. But
Mhm.
between the two, I think it has to be Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh.
Really, yeah. Even though Adam Driver really came through in Marriage Story, Leonardo DiCaprio exhibited so much emotion and talent in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like that
Very
one scene
fair.
where he was crying with that one little girl actor.
Yeah.
It was comical, but it was so good. And the long scenes that they had to take.
Comedical.
You know, James. James
know
is a
what?
bully, everyone.
James is a
She's gonna
bully.
stand up and be
You
beat.
know,
Stand
I
up,
can leave.
Stand for beauty. That's not what it was it? But Leonardo DiCaprio, interesting pick.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting pick.
I mean, it makes sense. It's not,
Yeah, but it's just not what
it's
I
not
would.
like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Whoa, he was in a movie.
Okay, James. Yeah. What was yours?
for me,
Yeah,
for
James.
me, it was between Joaquin Phoenix and Adam Driver, purely just because of the work that Joaquin put in as Joker, and regardless of your feelings about the movie, you can't deny that was a pretty stellar performance.
That's true.
For me, though, it is Adam Driver for Marriage Story. Just even I think he probably pulled more, whatever biases and all that, whatever. I think honestly, I was more pulled by his performance in Marriage Story than even Johansson's. Like Adam just went over the top for me. And for that it is like just watch the argument scene on Netflix and you'll see what I'm talking about. Adam Driver, such an underused actor. And for me, it is Adam Driver, Marriage Story, Best Actor.
Okay.
Interesting.
Not to beat a dead horse, but I think it's also Adam Driver.
Okay.
I was between Leonardo DiCaprio and Adam Driver, but I just go back to that scene where he's yelling at Scarlett Johansson and he's like, "I wanted to see you dead," and you can like see the mucus coming out of his
he goes
his
all
face.
in.
You can see him like crying, sort of. His face is red, and it's just. You have to put a lot in to get that type of performance. And Joaquin Phoenix was great as Joker.
Right. Yeah.
But to me, he didn't have that raw emotion that touched me like Adam Driver did.
It felt definitely more like he was acting.
Which is not bad. I think.
No, yeah. It's just Adam Driver. It literally felt like real life.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I would pick Adam Driver.
Very respectable.
Yeah,
Kasey.
I agree. Also, to not beat a dead horse, but I also think that it's Adam Driver.
I'm about to fight my case here.
Dunked on. No, this is a very chill episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
I think.
No, we're fighting.
We just kind of share our. I like the
We're
mellow.
kicking each other.
I like the mellow tones. Yeah, we're playing like footsies under the table here.
James, stop it.
Oh, Charlie.
Oh.
We are not gay. We promise.
Put a stamp on that.
What?
I don't know what that means.
He's just trying to come up with.
Seal of approval. That's my
Seal
new.
of
That's my new slogan. You can put a stamp on that.
You
said
sound
it.
like a cartoon character.
Oh
What's
my
our next
God.
category?
Our next category is actress in a leading role. We have Cynthia Erivo. We have Scarlett Johansson.
Can you say what movies they were in?
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry. My
Just in case I get lost.
Cynthia Erivo for Harriet, Scarlett Johansson for Marriage Story, Saoirse Ronan for Little Women, Charlize Theron for Bombshell, and Renee Zellweger for Judy.
I only saw two of these
I
movies.
have to think I saw.
I wanted to see Harriet. Did anyone see Harriet?
No, yeah, I didn't see
I
it either.
didn't see Harriet.
I want to see it too, and part of me wants to, like, there's that little part of me that's like screaming out for diversity and all that, but I haven't seen Harry yet, so I can't like. I feel like I'm not in a place to comment on whether she deserves it or not.
Yeah, we're sorry, Cynthia.
I
but-
will say I did see Judy, and I don't think Renee Zellweger deserved the Best Actress in the Golden Globes.
I know when
So
we
she-
had our group chat, you were not
Yeah.
happy.
So she
I
is-
wasn't.
she
I
is-
wasn't angry. I was just her performance. It was just like they casted her because she looked like Judy. She didn't really like perform Judy.
So she was not. She's not your pick.
It's
no.
it's hard to think what movie was she in? Something Jones's Diary. It's hard
I
to
don't know.
think that it would ever go from that to a
Yeah.
Oscar
Yeah.
nomination.
Dog background is a theme here.
We're
what?
sorry.
Charlie,
Yes.
what is your pick?
For me, it is between the two movies that I saw, which is Marriage Story and Little Women.
Traditionally.
So Saoirse Ronan and Scarlett Johansson. I believe strongly that. Jeez, James, interrupting me.
I need a sandwich.
I think Scarlett Johansson deserves it. Saoirse Ronan was great, and I love Saoirse Ronan. She was great in Lady Bird with Greta Gerwig. They are a power couple, that team, and I think that they should keep making movies together. But I just felt like Scarlett Johansson, again, had that raw emotion that I was looking for. Her performance really spoke to me in a way that Saoirse's didn't. Saoirse's, I think, was intentionally toned down.
Yes.
More than Scarlett Johansson's, but there's just something about seeing an actor be let loose in their medium that really speaks to me, and that's what happened with Johansson, and she nailed it.
I heard a quote once. It was a tweet that said, "Shouting is the easiest form of acting, yet the Academy eats it up."
Yeah, no, I
It's
agree.
very funny to me. I just like I was thinking about my own picks. I was like, man, Adam Driver does a lot of yelling, and Scarlett Johansson, and I was like, I felt attacked.
Yeah, but they're good at yelling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Kasey, your pick.
I would say also Scarlett Johansson. I really wanted to go with Saoirse Ronan simply because I really liked Little Women. I felt like her character and how she portrayed Joe was very endearing, and she did a very good job of that, like independent feminist portrayal. But Scarlett Johansson, she really she was very emotional, and where Adam Driver kind of like pushed, she pulled, and vice versa. Like they were very like dynamic. So I just feel like it would go to her.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Scarlett Johansson would also be my pick. James, do you have another opinion? You're looking at me.
No, I'm just like I feel like this is gonna be like Best Actor, where I'm gonna like one person's gonna have not the common opinion.
Oh, it's because you loved Little Women. I see.
Yeah. But we'll get there.
Well, explain.
Wait, it's your turn.
Because I agree. I agree with all their statements. Yeah.
Sure.
She
Fair
handed
enough.
the mic off to you.
Yeah. For me, I love Scarlett Johansson, but there are just like. I think her performance was amazing and incredible, and no disservice to it. But they're just like, I vibed more with and related more to Saoirse Ronan's Ronan. Saoirse
That's
Ronan.
the easy part of her name.
Saoirse Ronan's performance than I did to Scarlett. I relate more to Adam Driver than I do to Scarlett Johansson. I relate more to Saoirse Ronan than I do to Scarlett Johansson.
I agree.
I
mean, not on the second part, but I don't know. Do you think that's because we're guys, so we just immediately...
It might partially be because we're guys, but I also loved
about
loved Little Women, and I felt Joe, and I felt Laurie, and I felt their chemistry.
That's fair.
Simpkin.
Simp King.
That is what James is.
I am the king of the simps. Saoirse... Sorry, guys. I'm just causing all the noise today. Saoirse Ronan, for me, is the pick. I loved her performance. Go see Little Women. If you don't think it's going to be your kind of movie, go see it. If you have emotions, you might be surprised. Yeah, for me, it is Saoirse Ronan. Moving on.
All right. Next up, we have actor in a supporting role. We have Tom Hanks, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
You already know.
Anthony Hopkins in The Two Popes, Al Pacino, The Irishman, Joe Pesci, The Irishman, and Brad Pitt, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh no, this just got so much harder.
Is it gonna hurt?
It's gonna hurt. But for me, you already know. I gotta stand by Tom Hanks here. Brad Pitt, incredible, amazing, beautiful. Tom Hanks, got me on the verge of tears out here.
That was a very emotional movie, and he was at the core of that.
Tom Hanks,
You're right.
Give it to Tom Hanks. This is his swan song.
You
I
had
don't
me-
think it is, but
No, it's not as
Now you have me conflicted, James.
but for me, give it to Tom Hanks, man. He deserved it at the gold. He was robbed at the Golden Globes. I'm sorry, but Rocket Man, I don't know. But didn't Rocket Man snag that one too?
I think it did.
Best supporting actor?
Yeah.
Who would be the best supporting actor in Rocket Man?
No, I think it was.
Oh, Rocket Man got best lead actor
Yeah.
somehow.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Taron Egerton was great.
I didn't see Rocket
Yeah,
Man.
no.
You guys didn't. Okay, never mind. I saw Rocket Man. It was great. Taron
Oh.
Egerton.
Was it? Did he deserve it?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay,
Over everybody
okay.
else?
I mean, I would have chosen someone different. But,
Right. Yeah. Okay.
But he was not a bad pick.
Sure. Okay.
You could definitely defend it. He did very well.
Yeah. For me though,
No, he
Tom
deserved it.
Tom Hanks for Mr. Rogers. Thank you. Next.
James, you've got me conflicted. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go into this Brad Pitt 100%, but Tom Hanks really did make that movie.
Hallie's gonna
what
wind
it
up
is.
like just all the way behind Once Upon a Time for Everything.
I know.
Dude, I know. If I say Brad Pitt again, what is that saying about myself? Oh gosh.
Well, let me say Brad Pitt for you then.
Perfect.
Brad Pitt. I think that Brad Pitt. I think that Brad Pitt deserves this. I've never wanted to be a movie character more.
Oh my gosh! I wish I was.
Than
I wish
Cliff
it-
Booth.
I went through a entire personality shift after I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and also again after I saw Mr. Rogers. So I just
Keep changing.
I'm just impressionable from these great actors.
But I just thought that Brad Pitt had so much raw bravado and
He was
swagger.
So cool.
He was so cool, and he wasn't cool in like
a jerk way. It's
in
like
a jerk
cool
way.
and like
he
I wish you were my
refused
dad.
Underage sex, which is a very noble move.
Yes.
He shot that cowboy or something when he was trying to beat up his car.
And he punched a bunch of guys.
Oh, yeah.
Did he punch? He punched.
He punched a lot of.
He was
put
cool. He beat up Bruce Lee.
He put a guy's face into a phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Brad Pitt absolutely nailed that role, and time again, he really shows how much charisma he has. But in no role do I think he has showed as much charisma as he did in this one. As Cliff Booth, he sold me so hard. I wanted to watch like one of those in-universe movies of Cliff Booth
Yeah.
being the stuntman acting around. I thought it was great.
See, that's why my heart's turned, because Brad Pitt he really showed his skill in that movie. He really went all out.
Right.
Okay, Kasey, go.
Wait,
Before
Haleigh.
I
come
don't know.
on.
In a
I'm
much more subtle
conflicted.
way than I think any of us were expecting as well, because he was not a screamer. He was not super.
No, he was very restrained.
Very
And I think his
restrained.
temperance is like his most. I heard an analysis from Bishop Robert Barron, and he was talking about how the best the true quality of Cliff Booth is temperance. Mm-hmm. And I was like, ooh, it was very interesting. Anyways, Kasey, go ahead.
So on this list, I've only seen The Irishman, so it's between Al Pacino and Joe
You're
Pesci.
lying to
You're
me.
absolutely
Kasey.
wait.
I'm
Oh my
being-
God, you're right.
I'm being serious.
Watch, they got 2 of the noms on this list, and they're not gonna win.
I know.
Yeah, they're
But
not.
Between.
Because they're good. They're good in every movie, but they like play the same character.
Yeah.
Like they just didn't do anything super special. in
Yeah,
this.
it's just them being them.
Yeah. Well, Joe Pesci for
Oh,
me.
Alfred
But
is-
moving on.
Joe Pesci. Alfred is so sad upstairs.
For
Carrying on. Haleigh,
Really? Okay.
what's your pick?
Well,
okay.
wait, Casey, you chose Joe Pesci.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Or Haleigh can say neither. They're both good.
No, Hallie,
No,
you
no,
you have to make
I
a
made my
choice.
decision. I'm going with Brad Pitt.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm going with Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
That's
Tom
the
Hanks did
correct.
wonder in that movie, and he did also make me cry. But Brad Pitt is just such a developed
right.
actor,
Alfred.
Mm-hmm.
and Tom Hanks is too. But I think in this movie, he really shone through. I can't deny it.
Okay.
James.
I'm melting over here.
James.
So who do we think will win?
Ooh.
Like not who we
Brad
want.
Pitt. Brad Pitt's
I-
gonna win.
Brad Pitt.
Brad
I
Pitt's
think
gonna
so,
win.
Pitt or, I mean,
He-
Tom Hanks did really good.
He did really well.
Well, from what
God,
I've
such
heard.
a-
Okay, grammar Nazi.
No, Mr. Rogers did do good as well. so-
Speaking
so
of
you're
grammar
correct.
Nazi, that's why he likes Jojo Rabbit.
Ooh.
Nazi.
Oh.
Well, what's the next category?
Actress in a supporting role. We have Kathy Bates in Richard Jewell, Laura Dern, Marriage Story, Scarlett Johansson, Jojo Rabbit, Florence Pugh, Little Women.
Wait, was that Beth or Amy?
That's
Not the white one.
Amy.
yeah, that's
Amy.
Amy.
Okay.
And then Margot Robbie in Bombshell.
So I know.
Give it to Scarlett. Come on, let's not.
Yeah.
Scarlet, Little Women. It's not Laura Dern.
I'm sorry. I love Laura Dern, but it's not Laura Dern.
It's not Laura
Yeah,
Dern.
I agree with
I don't
Charlie.
think it's Florence either.
I don't think it's her. Amy was not the. She was the strongest of the other sisters, but give it to Laura Dern for Marmee, if anything. Like that's the mom,
Oh yes.
and that's my
Oh.
that's on facts.
Hot
But
takes.
but come on, Scarlett Johansson and Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah.
You
She
should
was
know
amazing.
this as mega fan number one.
Yes, she was a very strong. For me and Charlie and Haleigh and Kasey, are we all locked in?
On
Have-
Scarlett
well,
Johansson.
she hasn't.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, have you seen Jojo Rabbit?
No, but yes.
Oh, she's
We're
agreeing.
locked in. That's
She's agreeing.
that's an official Socratic Cinema endorsement.
Next.
Next,
All right.
Scarlett
Wait, who do we
Johansson.
think will win?
Probably Scarlet.
Maybe Laura Dern again.
No, I
Maybe.
just-
I could see Laura Dern again.
I would give it to Florence. I think they're going to choose her
Mm.
or Laura. It's going to be someone from Little Women.
Flora
Flora.
next.
All right, we're skipping over animated feature film.
Yeah, screw
Yeah.
them.
How many more do we want to do? I know we're thinking of doing this as a shorter form.
We have
Cinematography.
cinematography, costume design.
Let's just do, like-
and directing.
I want to get some
Or
really
s-
like.
we gotta
do
do a
score. Let's do
screenplay.
score,
Alright.
screenplays. Let's just like do some quick bags, some quick
Alright.
grabs.
Quick grabs. Whoa.
So what are we going for?
Oh, here I have music. Original score. Joker.
Mm-hmm.
From that lady whose name is Awesome and Like a Viking.
Hildegarde.
Gorba.
Yes. Next movie.
Little Women,
Mhm.
Marriage Story,
Mhm.
1917, and Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
Okay,
John
for me it is not
Williams.
Star Wars. I'm sorry, but this score just did not live up to the other
It
movies.
didn't. I agree.
It was just remixes of all the old songs.
Yeah.
I forgot it. so-
Plus race theme where it's like that one.
Mm-hmm.
beautiful analysis.
Yes.
1917 deserves it, and if you disagree with me,
Ooh, I agree.
It was good, but like I don't remember any specific melodies from it.
the scene where
The music played into everything.
Right, it
Like
was- it
it built
blended.
into
It
the
blended
and
in.
it was very
anticipation. It
loud too. Like I
Yeah.
don't know how you didn't notice it. There was
No,
some
I
scenes-
noticed
like-
it. Like I remember being in the theater thinking this is a good score, but then
Mhm.
I just like I'm trying to think of what it sounded like and I can't remember.
But
But
go
isn't-
on, Haleigh.
Okay. Oh, I was just gonna.
You're
I
also-
was
are
backing
you also
off.
1917?
Yeah, I'm also 1917
Uh,
for sure.
Yeah, because that brother song, I'm not sure if that's original or not, but
Oh, that I'm going
Ring
home.
home.
That was a harmony.
that scene was so good, and I
Yeah.
was like, "You go home to see your brother."
You know, maybe 1917.
I agree.
I also really like the Marriage Story score and the Little Women score.
Mm.
I can't remember.
I'm
either.
I'm so Marriage Story. It might be Marriage Story. Honestly, for me,
Ooh.
that had such a great.
Mm.
I love music too much to pick. I don't know. Those are my thoughts.
I would say it's sad because the score for the movie that I really enjoyed isn't on here, but
Which
Queen and Slim, the score
Oh.
of Queen and Slim, like
that didn't get any noms, did it?
It didn't. It was robbed.
Robbed. I didn't see it.
Robbed.
It was
I didn't either.
really, really good. I'm doing a video essay on it, so when I was even analyzing the score for that, like I was listening to the song that connects to a very like powerful scene, and I was like nearly about to start crying. But anyways, between Joker and Little Women, I feel like Joker, it would have to be Joker for me simply because, like, if the score is supposed to go with what the theme of the movie is, the score made me extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Very
Okay.
good point.
That cello. Yeah.
Do we want to grab one more? We're coming up on 30
Yes.
minutes here.
Okay.
Wait, Haleigh,
Wait.
did you?
Haleigh. Oh, Halley's
Oh,
pick was
I am
also
so
1917,
Yeah, it was
wasn't it?
1917.
Okay.
Wait, let's do like screenplay and director. Like those are big
Yeah.
ones.
Okay, very quickly, I would like to say the best original song should go Into the Unknown,
No,
Frozen 2. I
Charlie.
did not see the
Wait.
movie. That is the hidden banger
That's
of
why
the
you're
century.
wrong.
It is.
What
And I will
about
fight
what
all of
about I'm going home to see my brother?
That is not there.
Oh,
Wait, what are the noms? Just tell us real
Okay,
quick.
fine. I Can't Let You, and then there's something else.
From
Toy
what
Story
movie?
4.
Toy Story 4.
I'm gonna love something or other from Rocket Man. That's not. It's just I'm gonna love. I can't see the entire song names. I'm standing with something or other from Breakthrough, Into the Unknown from Frozen, and Stand Up from Harriet.
Stand Up from Harriet. I didn't see the movie, but it kind of slaps.
Sure, Into the Unknown. I
Into
don't
the
care.
Unknown.
I don't care. Next
Oh,
topic.
All
Next
dear.
right,
topic.
so we got writing for adapted screenplay.
Yeah.
So we have The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, and Two Popes.
You already know. Jojo Rabbit next.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. I
It's quick for
I
me.
actually agree with you. Yeah. Next. Writing.
Oh.
Okay.
Jojo Rabbit.
Okay, don't let the screenwriter say. I also agree, Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, self-proclaimed.
Okay. No, what
Jojo.
I want the screenwriter to
Fight
instead
me,
talk
James.
about
I've won awards.
It's like-
is original screenplay.
It's like me.
Yes,
It's like me calling
alright.
myself an editor.
So
You are.
let's go
Oh,
writing.
you're a
original
screenwriter.
Screenplay.
Is that supposed to be like?
No, I'm saying
Sadistic?
compliment.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I want you to teach.
Sadistic.
I want you to
Go
teach.
over the table.
Whoa, Haleigh. I
I
want you to.
just assume
I
you
want
bully
you
me
to.
all
I
the
want
time.
you to teach me your ways.
I will. I will teach you my ways.
We have Knives Out.
Wait, what is original screenplay?
Yeah, for
Okay.
original screen. Sorry.
Haleigh and I were fighting.
Yeah. Sorry.
Um,
Sorry, guys.
We have Knives Out, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite.
Knives Out had a really freaking good script.
But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, you can't beat.
It's
You,
so
you
hard.
can't
Yes.
beat. You can't beat Tarantino writing. Sure, Once Upon a Time.
Once upon a time.
Once Upon a Time.
100%.
Locked in.
Sorry, anyone who disagrees.
Yeah.
Screw you.
No times.
Oh.
Oh wait, Kasey, go ahead.
Oh, no. Well,
Did you see any of the movies? in
I
that
did
category?
see.
Okay,
I
that's
did
good.
see the movie.
It's that one.
I will say Marriage
Like-
Story is tugging on my heart, but I can't do
I
I
it.
watched
It's
I
really,
watched a
really
script to real life
hard.
thing of Marriage
Oh,
Story. It was
yeah.
really cool.
It's
Just the
really
opening, the
hard.
introduction. It's so beautiful.
I really like, yeah.
Like-
Fine.
That's
I'll
fair.
be the I'll
The
descend.
black
Same-
sheep.
Yeah, the black sheep, and I'll go with a marriage story.
Thank you, Casey.
Amen.
Satisfy
That's
my
fair.
heart.
That's good.
Do we want to do anything
Directing.
else? Directing.
I
Last
have-
one.
I have
Directing.
directing right here.
Last one.
Uh,
Directing.
Martin Scorsese for The Irishman, Todd Phillips for Joker, Sam Mendes for 1917, Quentin Tarantino for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, or Bong Joon-ho for Parasite.
Didn't see Parasite. I
I'm
can't.
sorry
I
if I
cannot
didn't
comment.
pronounce that correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, Sam Mendes did wonders on
Sam Mendes
He
deserves it.
did.
Come on.
1917.
Really, compared to Quentin?
Really hard to
Do you know how
pull.
hard it is to make a
I
one-shot film?
know.
I actually saw a behind-the-scenes video that they did,
I need to watch
and-
that.
and for this one like chase scene, they used a motorcycle, a car, they put it on a crane, they put it on a
Oh,
pulley.
wow.
They used like 20 different methods to get like one shot, and somehow it all still looks like it's seamless.
What?
So it should also win for editing.
Oh gosh, editing
But-
that must have been a nightmare.
But the amount of directorial spirit that you need to put up with all of that planning and execution, like, come on.
Oh, and also directing all those actors to do those stunts.
Right?
And to have vigor in their performance throughout it all.
Yeah,
and
you know
I
what?
think he's Sam Mendes
Sure.
for sure.
Sam, I can. Yeah, Sam Mendes. I can get behind that.
Casey?
Todd Phillips popped off too, but Sam Mendes.
I'm gonna go with the underdog and say The Irishman for directing.
Oh.
What?
Whoa.
Just
What?
Wow.
because it was between The Irishman and The Joker for me.
Right.
Ooh.
Sure.
So between The Irishman and The Joker, like, you have to give it to The Irishman over The Joker.
Yeah, that's kind of just like credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how are you gonna, like, Scorsese, like, even if he's not gonna win anything for this movie, like, anything against him.
Yeah.
Watch Irishman will win in every category that it's
And
in.
I'll be wrong. I think that wraps us about up for today.
Yeah.
This kind of quick episode.
Just a quickie.
Don't say that.
But we have
Don't.
announcements. Please go. Thank you so much for listening to this episode
Yes,
of Socratic
we
Cinema.
love you.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. Please spread the word. Tell your friends, all your podcast loving aficionados and compañeros. Please go tell them.
Bilingual, very
I
fun.
know I'm in Spanish 3.
Yeah, he is.
Tell them about the show. Spread the word on social media. Follow us on social media at Socratic_Cinema on Instagram and Cinema Socratic on Twitter.
Socratic_Cinema was taken on Twitter.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
on Twitter.
That's my fault.
Check us out on Spotify, iTunes, Anchor, and soon to be iHeartRadio. We were trying for SoundCloud, but you kind of have to like pay to put stuff on there,
Just kind of.
and we're a little
Could I be using money? to
we're
use the
unfunded,
service?
entirely crowdsourced.
Donate to us.
Support to our or donate to our Patreon that we don't have.
Donate
Make
to
us
our
a Patreon and then.
Oh, me? Yeah, along with everything
not you.
I
else.
was
want
telling the
viewers to make it.
viewers.
Oh,
But
someone.
if they
Wait, they would get the
They would
money.
get the money.
No,
the
well,
money.
well, I trust them enough to give us
Spam refresh on our videos and just watch a ton of ads. Give us some coin,
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
YouTube coin. Stay tuned for new podcasts coming out every other Saturday. we're committing to that for a while, by the way.
Yeah, we are.
We're going to do our best. Get ready for some new video essays dropping. Cats. Ooh, sorry. Ooh.
You can only say cats because all the other ones are still.
That's it. That one may or Casey's writing hers. That one
That's right.
may or may not be out by the time you're hearing this. I'm almost done editing it as of recording, so you may or may not have my new crazy follow-up video essay. Going for a new style in this one.
And we promise it won't be pawful.
That is Michael.
Yeah. Come on, Jamie, can we get on that?
Anyways, yeah. Let's get on wrapping this up. We've held you here for 35 minutes. Thank you for listening all the way to the end. If this is you and you're listening and you've been here all the way to the end, I'm talking to you.
We appreciate you.
Thank you from
We
viewers
love you.
like you. That's like the PBS kids thing. Arthur. For me it was Arthur.
Oh.
I never watched Reading Rainbow.
Screw you.
Wow.
Okay, jeez. On that note, thank you so much. Spread the word. We've been Socratic Cinema. Adios. I'm not saying the stupid thing this time. Goodbye.